This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Autumn Ridge, model 26 BHS. Okay, so this is a how-to video, and I'm going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So if you have regular scissor type crank down stabilizers. Outside refrigerator and some storage here. Okay, this is a port for your sprayer right here for water. You have a power awning with LED strip, 2 outside speakers. This is the vent for the range hood. So if you're venting to the outside using the range hood fan, make sure you open that baffle up so it's venting freely to the outside, okay? That is your furnace vent there. That's some power. 110 AC. This is a fill for your fresh water tank. The most common way to get water to the trailer, obviously, is the city water hookup. But if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your tank here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. Okay? As we move up here to the front compartment, well, we got a tangled mess in here right now, but you have excuse me, you have your hitch here, which is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that works when you pick up. This is your 30 amp 30-foot power cord here. But behind there you have a table, an outdoor table. You also have your grill that you hang on the outside. Actually, it's a griddle, and you have also the LP line to hook it to the system. Let's come back here and let me look back here. Yeah, so that table connects right here, right? And then the griddle itself connects to this quick connect LP fitting right here to get LP from the tanks on the front of the trailer, okay? We'll talk to you more about that when you pick up. That way, if you need to explain more, we'll do that. 2 LP tanks, which are full. It's got an automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery. You have a power tongue jack here. Now this power tongue jack, if it ever fails, you can pull this rubber plug out of the top here, and that takes a 3/4 inch socket or crank. So you can always crank this manually to get yourself out of trouble if you need to. Okay? Alrighty. Of course, our slide room. We're plugging in the power cord right now. 30 amp, 30 feet long.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now this is your water station here. Now I showed you out on the other side. There's you can unscrew that cap, and you can actually fill your fresh water tank with by, you know, if you had a funnel and 5-gallon bucket or whatever, or container, whatever, you can fill it that way. You also can fill it from over here. You hook up the city water right here, and then you have this selector here, this valve. If you look here, it shows you the 2 positions. If it's horizontal like it is right now, that the city water line will fill the tank, right? So that's the second way to fill the tank. Now if you put it in this position, which is the most common, that's just regular city water. So it'll just send water to all the fixtures and you'll be all set. So keep that in mind. Now this is your black tank flush right here. So after you dump your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, leave the valve open, hook the hose up here, and turn it on. It'll spray out your black tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. The directions are right here, like it states. Make sure your black tank valve is open before you turn on the water. Okay. You have a cable and satellite through right here, and another place to hook up your sprayer, coil sprayer. Alrighty, spare tire, of course. This housing up here tells us it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit. It's also got a hookup for a starcraft, or excuse me, a Lippert telescoping ladder, which is a great thing because it makes it easy to access the roof. The manufacturer states that you should inspect the roof every 60 to 90 days to make sure there's no damage to any of the roofing material by low branches or anything like that. You just want to go up there and look and make sure everything's in good shape. If you see an issue, take care of it. That should be part of your regular maintenance. This is your water heater here. Okay, you can see it's drained right now. This is the anode rod slash drain plug, and that's the hole that it screws into right there. It takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket to screw that in and out. You have a electric heating element plus a gas burner. The switches are inside the trailer. I'll show you that when we get in there. What else? Never run the water heater without water in it. So it's drained right now in bypass because this is a winterized trailer. So you have to put the valves in the correct position, obviously, and then fill it up with water before you turn it on. Or also, if you don't do that, you'll damage it. So keep that in mind. There's our cat. Formerly stray cat, now shop cat. Just moved in. Okay, so let's see if we got here. This is the switch for the slide room right here. So with the slide room, it's just common sense stuff. You make sure there's nothing on the outside that it's going to bump into when you're extending it. And when you're bringing it in, make sure there's nothing that it's going to hit and damage the slide or the whatever is in its way inside. So just use common sense. When you hear that ratcheting sound, you just take your finger off the button. That's what's supposed to happen. Your power awning is right here. Never leave the awning out unattended. You can see right there. Always leave it, never leave it out unattended. Always roll it in if you're not going to be at the campsite. And then you have your water pump is here. The water pump's used to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water, right? It's also used to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on, or to turn on the electric heating element on your water heater is right here. To light it on gas is right here. Like I said, never run it without water in it. And then you have your levels here. All your battery level and the rest of them, okay? Alright, your keys are hanging here on the faucet. I don't know why the TV's on. But it is. United States. Home use. Okay. So here's your let me just shut this off. We can do this later. This is the remote for your TV, obviously. This is the remote for your sound system here. Let's see. This is an extra US or HDMI cable. Okay. With your sound, you have AM/FM radio. You have a USB drive. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet. You have 2 speaker zones, A and B, or 1 and 2, I should say. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. You have an HDMI out, or in actually. If you wanted to go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could plug it right in there with that cable. So it does everything you need and then some. Okay. Alright, so your couch here, let's see what this is. This is a jackknife sofa, so a jackknife's flat and turns into a bed. This dinette table, you can pull the poles out, set the tabletop onto these black cleats you see here, and then fill in the space with the cushions, and then you have another bed. 2 bunks over here, of course. Your thermostat is pretty basic. You hit the mode button to light it up. Well, you hold the mode button to light it up. There you go. This one, to turn it on and off, you have to hold the mode button for a few seconds. So we'll go through the different modes. There we go. So that is, right now the furnace is lit. It lights automatically. There's, it makes 3 attempts to light. If it doesn't light within those 3 attempts, which it always will, if it doesn't, just shut it off and turn it back on again, and it'll cycle through it again. Okay, and then you have the fan is the air conditioner running without the compressor, which just circulates the air, and then cool obviously is the air conditioning. Alrighty. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is the range hood we talked about. If you're going to be using the fan, make sure it's venting to the outside. You have a light here. You have your range here. So you have a sparker here. You turn this clockwise to spark, and then you have the 3 knobs here for the 3 burners, and then that's for the oven. You also have a switch here and oven light down there. Okay. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on for this yet, but yeah, he does. So it's that simple. Okay. The oven's a little bit different. There's a pilot light all the way at the bottom in the back. Let me see if we can see it here. Not very well. So you're just going to go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, and you depress it. Keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You'll spark it and light it till, and keep doing that till the flame lights. You'll see a pilot light flame down there. Once you see that flame, still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to operating temperature, and it operates as an oven does. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, always travel with this shut in the down position. This is your power converter here. Okay, so this converts AC to DC power. So over here on this side you have regular 110 volts AC circuit breakers, right? Just like you see at home, and they're all labeled here. So this is like your service panel is out at home. Then the 110 AC is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses, right? And they're all labeled. Okay, so this is also a battery tender, battery charger, so it'll always sense how much energy your battery up front on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged, as long as you're plugged into shore power, that is. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle charges your battery. When you're plugged in, this charges your battery. Okay, the power converter. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, now the bathroom. You have a GFCI plug here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, so keep that in mind. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet works like all travel trailer toilets in that it sits over a black tank. It's antifreeze in there now. There's a flush pedal right in the front there. Okay. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You'll come back here. You'll dump a dose of chemical right in the bowl, and then you'll stand on the pedal and let at least a gallon of water flow into the black tank below along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon, but don't use less. And then it's ready to be used. If you don't do that, if you use it dry, it'll get clogged up for sure. Plus the smell will be terrible, so you always want chemical and water in there. Okay? And your fan, obviously. Let's go this way. So this has a solar panel on it. Okay? So let me see, maybe I should turn on the lights here first. Let me look around. Get my bearings straight. Okay. Okay, we'll do it like this. So, so right here, I don't know if you can see this very well, so I'll kind of talk you through it. But right now, it's 13.6 volts DC. That's how many volts are in your system right now. That's perfect. It'll come around again, and the number below it will be 2.4 amps. That is the gain from the sun. So the sunlight is being converted to 2.6 amps of electricity and stored in your battery. So that's your gain. The overall system is 24.3. That's from the panel, and 45 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the most important panel right here, the one with the 2 numbers on it, which tells you the voltage, the DC voltage in your system, 13.6 and 2.6 amps being gained by the sun. Okay. Now if this just starts flashing and the buttons won't respond, it's just telling you that there's no more room for storage in the battery. So it shut the panel off, and as soon as the energy drops in the battery, the level goes down. It'll go back to the normal screen. So if there's no place left to store energy, it'll just go into that mode, that flashing mode, until there's room. So okay, this is and this will be charging your battery also throughout the day, depending on the weather conditions and the time of day and that. Also, okay. So you have TV here with a backing plate, an escape window, which is right here. You push this all the way through, and then you would grab a hold of this red tab here and pull the screen out. You can escape in an emergency that way. Okay, I think that about covers it. Let me look around. So when it comes to your, like I just told you about your solar panel and solar controller, for example, you'll have literature on all that in here. You can also go to their websites. Any of the components of this trailer, you go to their website and you can look at their product videos and read their stuff too. You can learn as much as you want about it, I guess. So all your literature is in that packet. Okay, so let me look here. Okay, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect your roof on a regular basis. It should be every 60 to 90 days. Just go up there and take a look to make sure there's no damage or no cracking in the sealant or any place else that water can get through, anything like that. So you can't see what's happening on the roof unless you look, and you're just protecting your investment. And also, this is winterized right now, so the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is bypassed and is empty right now. So you always want to make sure you put water in the water heater before you turn it on, all right? Thank you very much.